Grand Rising family. Infinite love, light, and blessings to you. For the family that continues to reach out and show love, thank you so much. It means so much to see others still resonating. I'm not attached that I need validation, but it's nice to know. There's many times that I've just been very close to just shutting this YouTube down and stop making videos. And every time that happens, a family member reaches out and says, hey, I love and appreciate you and I resonate with you. And thank you, family, for that. I just want to share coming from the heart. I think it's a very intense time for many of us right now, as if you have thine eye to see, your sacred heart is open unconditionally, that you're open to understanding, understanding, and overstanding exactly what's happening and why it is, but then letting it go. Because the more you know nothing, but when you know thyself, then you can bring what is within without, that's connected to the all that is of all. Now, I am you and you are me. We may not be the same, but we are from the same. So when we judge another, we're only judging ourselves. And we lie in wait for our own blood when we hate others. And that truest illusion and distortion is separation. And when we talk about shifting into the new earth, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, the 5D consciousness, the Christ consciousness, the unity consciousness, there's all these other different terms and constructs, but what we're talking about is seeing an all of the all, seeing a connection that unites us all, or separating, splitting, choosing to judge others, choosing to say I am above you somehow, some way, whether it's color, whether it's beliefs, where you live, whatever that it may be. So separation, in my humble, wholehearted opinion, is the grandest illusion of all. The separation of us from one another and from divine source. So the source that is all of the all. I like to say source or the all. Some people call it God, some people call it this, some people call it that, but we get caught up on the constructs, the labels that become not only limited, but a tool for division and dividing us. So it blinds us from seeing one another as truly brothers and sisters through God, through Source. And when we speak of Christ consciousness, the ascended master's consciousness, it wasn't about worshiping that person or idolizing them, which is what you see so much right now, as a lot of idolization, the rise of the cult, whether it's in religion or spirituality, politics, or anything else. There's the rise of the cult, the rise of the distortion of division, of separation. And ultimately you are what you eat, and it's not just what you eat that defiles you, but what comes out of your mouth as well. So we see people manifesting through what they wholeheartedly believe in. As you believe, so shall you be, and thus causing their own separation from the shift that is happening, where we see people choosing love unconditionally, ascending, or I've even heard people call it descending. It just doesn't matter, shifting into a different reality, of one of abundance and love and unity, when the other is a separation into division and judgment and control, which we know control is ultimately an illusion. But when these people choose and pick to live that, then that's what they'll experience. I've heard a lot of different things through my lifetime, and we all choose to believe what we want. I've even heard the word believe is be, lie, and all this other things, but we do have beliefs, and people choose their paths. You do have free will. You can change right now if you so choose to be. Everyone is chosen if you so choose to be. Now, I've always felt on my heart that all paths ultimately lead home. Like, we're all walking each other home. But departure and arrival times are very well, many people may choose not to, what we will traditionally say is ascend into a new earth, 5D, ascended master's consciousness. That's not what their choice is. Are they still a part of source? Yes. Are they still all a part of the all that is all? Yes, 100%. One day will they go back to source? I'm sure they will, but their choice may not be to do that now. Now, we want to look at things as all is as it should be. It's all happening for your highest and greatest good. And that faith allows us to transcend fear and doubt. I don't feel like that's spiritual bypassing, and I heard a wonderful teacher talking about ascended master's consciousness being just like that, and that is how I've always felt. Nothing that's truly meant for you will pass you by. If you feel like it's passing you by, you feel like all these things are happening and they shouldn't be, then those are things that you will need to go within yourself and bring without to be able to get outside of yourself, to see yourself and your feelings and to deal with them. Because it's not just when I say love and light is what it's all about. To find love, you learn that mostly through hate. To find love, you find that through the darkness. And that's why a lot of teachers and spiritual gurus, sages, and mystics have taught that darkness within darkness is the gateway to all understanding, and is where we get the term, you know, observing your shadow, doing shadow work, because it's the darkness within us. Now, everybody has that, and we are all dealing with things on different levels and different ways. And doesn't mean mine's better than yours or vice versa. It's just what we're going through. So I really want to convey to people, for myself in my life, I have always felt that Christ consciousness, that Buddha nature within me, calling me to always fall back onto a state of unconditional love, to forgive others, to just be grateful and know that what is happening, even if I don't understand in the moment and it's hurting me and feels like, you know, my life and everything around is crumbling, that it's for my highest and greatest good. And through that, I've really seen my life change. I've really seen people heal. I've really seen beautiful miracles. So for me, I continue to not just believe and feel, but know through the works and the life and experiences that I've seen that all is happening for my highest and greatest good. And I choose to stand in that sovereignty that nobody controls that. Not propaganda, not haters on social media, not the government, not Trump, not anyone else. And when we believe in this illusion of control and separation, then what you feed continues to grow within your life. And I would just say, I implore you, change up your routines. If you're not happy with things, change your routines up. Clean up things in your life. Clean up. If your mind's is a great servant, but a terrible master, your mind shouldn't just be spinning out each and every day. But the energy right now is forcing that to happen, because if you're resisting any type of shadow work or things that are rising within you, you're just trying to push it down, that pot is boiling, and sooner or later it's going to boil over. And when it boils over, unfortunately what it does is boil over onto the people that are closest to you, that you love and probably don't mean to be upset at, and that pours out and damages relationships. And whatever happened is meant to be. And I truly feel that, although we do want to learn, and if you're continuously in a cycle and you're just stuck in that loop, well, that can be damaging to oneself and mental. And yeah, you know, nobody really wants to be stuck for the most part. I've never met anyone that wants to feel like shit and continue to feel like shit, unless that's what you've been programmed that you should be. But I want to tell you, if you're still watching this today for some reason, that you don't deserve to feel like shit. You don't deserve to be in a place of mental anguish each and every day. You deserve to have a healthy, happy life. You deserve to feel good about yourself and things around you. So try to detach from habits and routines and social media and news and anything that really is bringing you down. Now, when I say that, there'll be people, oh, it's a spiritual bypassing and, you know, toxic positivity. That's not what I'm saying. I acknowledge real things that are happening in my life, and I would recommend that you do too. What I'm saying not to do is to set and dwell on them and let them control you each and every day, and every emotion that you have get, you know, twisted and held up, because our emotions are energy in motion. When we suppress our emotions, resist them and push them back down, that energy doesn't go anywhere, and you're supposed to be in the flow. You want to speak in a quantum state. The quantum is the flow. That's the Christ consciousness, the flow, right? Being in the moment of present. When you're in that flow, you're the wave. You know, when you are stuck thinking about the past or worried about the future, you're out of the present moment. You're the particle, you know, and you're doing this, and it's like rocking in a rocking chair. It keeps you busy, but you're not going anywhere, and that really drains on your mental. You can see it each and every day with people that, you know, are starting to lose their minds more and more each day, and you can see the realities shifting away from each other as people are ascending into a 5D consciousness, and people are still choosing this old world that really is collapsed. And we say, oh, you know, we're awakening and shifting. The old world's collapsed. We're already awakened. The convergence is happening. People are ascending. You know, and these are all constructs though, like collapsing. People get upset, oh, don't say this or that. Let all that go, because there's so many different words that mean the same thing. It's very convoluted. Don't get stuck on constructs and labels and terms. It's just, it's divisive. But understand the emotion that we feel. There's major change happening right now. If you are not happy with the change in your life, take a step back, take a deep breath, let it go, and know that all is for your highest and greatest good. Nothing that's truly meant for you will pass you by. That you are all of the all, and the all is within you. You need to bring that without, and then rinse and repeat to purify, and do the shadow work to let that shadows go and dissipate, to fill yourself with light more and more each and every day, so you can rise with it and live the life that you truly deserve of happiness and abundance, family. I love and appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out for a moment. I really only try to speak when I really feel something on my heart's for real to speak on. I felt this strongly. Thanks, fam, for reaching out. I know you'll be one of the ones watching this. The other family that's still showing hate and stuff, I still love and appreciate you too. Sorry, fams, for the people that do watch this, so I turn off the comments. I've just gotten too much stuff over the years. Death threats, bank account hacks, all this people showing up in person, and it gets a little much. So I like to try to keep this as a pure communication as possible. I love and appreciate you guys. You know, no matter what you think of me, I choose to come on here and spend a moment to connect with those. I hope my experiences have helped you, like your experiences and feedback helped me. We truly are in this together, but we are truly the ones that make the decision for ourselves to be a sovereign being and stand in that sovereignty and an I am presence. But like I said, that choice is yours and that's not mine. It doesn't mean that I still don't love and appreciate you all. So have a beautiful, wonderful day. Much, much more to come.